What do you think it takes to get that dream job? Anyway, just throw some stuff out.
Sacrifice.
Huh? You say it
Sacrifice.
takes sacrifice? Sacrifice, okay.
It takes connections.
What do you mean by connections?
Who you know, at least in my line of work.
So you're saying connections, who you know, right? Definitely in MPT, right?
Yeah.
It's got to who you know, right? Your reputation, so precedes you. So, okay. Sacrifice, connections. Anything else?
Experience.
Oh, someone said you need experience. Okay. Experience. That's a big one, right? Someone says experience. Anything else?
Skill set.
You need a skill set, which is a little bit different from experience, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same, but a little bit different, right? You need a skill set, right? Anything else?
I would say within the kind of general broader art thing, I would say a certain style.
You need a certain style, okay?
Or a unique style.
Style, brand,
Voice.
Something like voice.
You need
Another
a
good
voice.
one.
Your own artistic voice, I guess.
Okay.
That makes you stand out among others.
It's kind of like when you enter the room, just like your song is playing, right? They know who it is. Okay, oh, I know who that is. When I see your stuff in the gallery, I know who painted that, right? That kind of stuff. Okay, I got it. That's a good one. First time I've heard that in one of my workshops. Style, voice. Good class. Anything else? Anything else? Dream job. Let you guys hear.
And no, I think the social resource.
Social? What do you mean? Social resources, you said?
Yeah, social resources.
What do you mean by that?
That means I know people and give me some advice or like that.
Social circle.
Your social circle. Okay. Kind of your social circle. Kind of the people, kind of like your connections, kind of.
Yeah.
Same thing? Okay. One more.
Say drive or drive kind of / ability to accept rejection and move on.
Oh, okay.
Diligence.
Diligence. Yeah,
Diligence.
diligence probably is a good one. There you go.
It's always a good word. Got to have diligence. All right. This is a very good list. And I would say that if you boil everything down to its bare essence, I would say all of these things fit into one of three pots to get that dream job. And the first one is, and I think we can say sacrifice. I think we can say diligence. I'd say those would go here, and I would say that goes under something I just call passion, right? Okay? You can get a job, right? Anyone can get a job or a career. But if you want your dream job, you guys got to get that. You got to have that in your corner, right? This has got to be in your, your toolkit. You got to have passion for what you do. And you know what that is? This is what I do because I love doing it. I'll do this for free, right? No, seriously, I'll do this on Saturdays and Sundays.
That's what I do right now.
Yeah, I do this for free. This is what I do. This is who I am. So make sure that this is what you guys are. Okay, I know you guys didn't come to this. You could have gone to any university, college, anywhere to study accounting or finance or whatever, or psychology. But we chose to come here because we're following our passion. I bet you, if you look back on all of your lives growing up, there's probably something common in your life, common thread in your life that says, this is really what I want to do. It's kind of brought you back, brought you back home. So, this workshop is not going to teach you passion. This is something you guys have to make sure that in your life, this is checked. The dream jobs in your life, you got to have skill. You got to be, I'm not going to say you got to be the best, because there literally is only, think about just one best person in the world, whatever it is. But you got to be the best at within yourself. You got to be the best that you can do, which means you can continue to get better every day. So just strive to do whatever you do every day. If it means taking 1,000 pictures a week, just keep doing whatever you're going to do. Skill. Because if two people apply for the same job, same dream job, you're both applying for the same dream job, and one person's skill or portfolio is a little bit better, skill always wins. If everything is equal, it's a trump card, okay? So, you all come in here with a certain level of skill, I guarantee that. You all think you're pretty good, or you are pretty good at what you do, a certain level. But by the time you graduate, I'm positive your skill level is going to be higher. So, keep practicing, because someone's always going to be up here, and you've always got to try to get better and better. So, skill. Again, I don't teach you that. This is your academic departments. Okay, I can't even draw a straight line hardly. So, this is what you come to school here for. Now, the third thing to get that dream job. Let's see if we got it over here. Someone said, okay, style voice. I like that. Okay, I like that. Social, we said social connection, social resources, right? You guys
Yeah.
Someone said diligence. Someone said connections. I would say all those fit under a general term, which I think is the biggest part of this pie, is marketing. Right? And what's marketing? That's all these things. Marketing is anytime you advertise, sell, or promote the value of a product or service. That's marketing. So, who or what is the product or service?
You are.
You got it. You guys are. So that's you. So that means you guys now have to figure out ways to market yourself better than anybody. These are important. Passion and skill, those are important. But you could be the most passionate, skillful designer in the world that no one has ever heard of if you don't pay attention to that. And I think this is the most important part of this whole job business. All right? Especially nowadays when jobs are hard to get. It's the people who know how to do this are the people that get the dream jobs. All right. So, any questions on kind of this whole thing of where we're going with this dream job thing before I erase this? Okay. And just kind of a precursor. I'm going to try to quickly go through what I think are the top 10 reasons or top 10 things to get people jobs. And there's no way we're going to cover all of this, or I'm going to give you any surprise announcements or sprinkle pixie dust to everybody, so everybody's going to be all jobbed up and ready to go out there and get that job. I'm just going to give you an overview of what I think are the things nowadays that recruiters are telling me, that industry is telling me, that I'm going to let you guys know what are the most important things to do. Before I do that, let me just throw some numbers at you, okay, quickly, some of the important ones. And these are just a couple of months old, okay? These were just taken in April of this year. All right, these are job numbers. 60% of the industry said that they're going to increase staffing. It's pretty good. You think we're kind of in a down market, but 60%, if you ask them, yeah, we're going to increase staffing. 60% of the market. All right? But of that 60%, 80% of those new jobs, new increases of jobs, are going to be unadvertised, which means you're not going to find them on job boards. You're not going to find them on the internet. They're going to be unadvertised. Okay? Unadvertised. Which means I'm the employer. I got a job. I got a need to fill here. You know, I need a graphic designer here, but I'm not going to put out a whole job description or hire someone unless I really find the right person for this job. And I'm going to go through my network of people. Unadvertised, okay? 70% of employers use social media. 86% nowadays find who they're looking for on LinkedIn. 75% find their most qualified candidates through social media. 96% say social media is here to stay. All right? For every qualified job out there, okay, let's say Pixar sends out a job for, they want a concept artist. Well, they're going to get probably 5,000 applications. HR is probably going to nail those down to maybe 20 qualified candidates. He's going to get 20 resumes to the hiring manager. the hiring manager is going to take 20 of those resumes, and he's going to say, man, 5 of these applications could do the job tomorrow. 5 of these are like best candidates I've ever seen. So, thinking about that, that's your competition. For every job, there's 5 uniquely qualified candidates. All right, and the last 2 numbers, 70% of all jobs are through networking. Someone said networking over here? Networking? 70%. And 50% of those are through your family and friends. So just real quickly, what do those numbers mean to you guys? What does that mean? Real quickly. If you can pull anything out of those numbers, what does it mean?
Get your resume on as many computer sites as possible.
That means get online, get your stuff online. Anything else?
Connection.
Connections are huge. Connections are huge. It's a whole new world now as far as getting jobs now. Connections are huge. Networking is huge. So it's not the old way of filling out applications, even though you're still going to do this of applications online and sending resumes. It's really now about networking and talking to people. Okay? So, quickly, number 1 way, I'm going to say, develop your brand. Okay? Someone mentioned voice, style. That's exactly what this is, right? Try to think of yourself as www.u.com. Okay? Now you are the product. So think of yourself as www.u.com. Okay? And think of these W's as who, what, and where. First W, who are you? Okay, who are you as an artist? That's why I asked that question back there. What kind of movies you like to watch, and what kind of painter are you? So think of yourself now as the product. And so you have to just describe yourself. Think of an adjective that says, who am I as an artist? When you have people look at your photographs, what do you want people to think about your photographs? You know, what goes into you when you make photographs? You know, who are you? You know, more than what your name is, but think about who you are as an artist. Okay, a descriptor, and then what? Second W is like the what. What do you do? What specifically do you do? I mean, you can say I animate, but I mean, do you do? If you think about it, you probably do more than just animate. You probably have to conceptualize, you probably have to design, collaborate. There's a lot of different verbs that go into what you do. So think about what you do, okay? These are like buckets you're kind of throwing things into what you do. And then the last one, start thinking about kind of where you want to go, you know, kind of either where or what you have to offer. Where or what you have to offer. You know, so just start thinking about these things every night. You know, just if you think about stuff, just drop it into one of these buckets. You know, every night. Keep a pad and pencil by your bed at night. Think about who you are as an artist. What do you do? What are some of the skills you've acquired? Your experiences? What do you do? And then think about where you have to go. What do you have to offer folks? Just developing your brand, okay? And then I want you also, we're not going to get into this, but develop your value proposition. Everyone has a value proposition, which is, again, what is the product that you offer? Who you want to market to? And then what's the benefit? Give you an example, okay? Peanut butter. All right, this is just a quick example. Peanut butter. You go to Trader Joe's, Lucky, Safeway, there's probably 10 different brands of peanut butter on the shelf, right? Peanut butter is all the same. It's peanut, it's ground peanut, it's oil and salt, right? Pretty much, that's peanut butter, right? Well, why does Jif, I'm not sure if you guys can kind of know what Jif is. Jif is a brand of peanut butter. Jif, they have 85% of the market. 85% of the people buy Jif because and why is that? Because they've targeted a specific market, mothers. Choosy mothers choose Jif. You guys heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
They said, that's how we're going to differentiate ourselves. There's 10 different peanut brothers, but we're going strictly after mothers because mothers care about their kids and health and benefits. So choosy mothers choose Jif, and now they've got 85% of the market. All right? So there's going to be 1,000 cinematographers, 1,000 photographers, 1,000 graphic designers. Think about if you want to focus on a particular area going forward. All right? Just develop your brand and your voice. Again, it's that when people walk into the room, they know that's my design. Okay. Number 2. And I am really blowing through this, guys. I'm sorry, but again, network. Okay, and again, network is, there's 2 ways of marketing. Either one of the ways of marketing is, your resumes and cover letters. That's a whole other workshop. How many people have resumes here? How many people have written a cover letter? Okay. I would suggest that there are better ways now to write resumes and cover letters, and keep an eye open for the next workshop on resumes and cover letters, because I'll...
Copy-paste from internet?
Excuse me?
Copy-paste from internet? That's the easiest way?
That's part of it. That's part of it, but that's not the total way.
But actually the best way I heard is a combination of all their best resumes and the cover letters.
Well, okay, that's one way as well, but what I'm talking about is ways to target. We're talking about developing target resumes, okay? Target resumes. That's a whole other discussion. But that's one way of marketing yourself, is through resumes, cover letters, having people see your blog and your portfolios. The other way of networking is just mouth to mouth, just talking. Someone says, whenever your mouth is open, that means your business is open. When your mouth is closed, your business is closed, which means you're always telling people who are you, what you do, and what you have to offer. Who are you, what you do, what you have to offer. Network, network, network. Always letting people, because you never know who you're going to meet. Okay? Think of something that I call an elevator pitch. Who knows any advertising people in here? Who knows what an elevator pitch is? Go.
I know an elevator pitch through screenwriting and film.
What's an elevator pitch?
You have as much time as an elevator takes to go down one floor.
Or go up one floor, whatever.
Go up one floor, which is about 20 seconds to pitch an idea. And you have to tell what your idea is, how you're going to pull it off, and what the benefit is within those 20 seconds.
Exactly. Who, what you have to offer. Example. You just got a degree from illustration, right? You love to work at Pixar, right? Over at Pixar is across the bay at Emeryville. They're 20 minutes away from you. Guys don't know where Pixar is at? It's the center of the universe over in Emeryville. It's the center of the animation world, right across the bay. You just got your degree in illustration. One Friday afternoon, you go over to Pixar and you're over in the lobby. On the second floor of Pixar, there's a history of animation, free to the public. You jump in the elevator, press the second floor, get ready to go up to the museum, and someone from the lobby yells, "Hold that elevator!" So you hold the elevator because you're nice and polite. Okay. And into the elevator walks this middle-aged guy with khakis on, brown loafers, holding a Starbucks cup, and you think, and you look over and say, "Oh my God!" And it's John Lasseter. Who knows who John Lasseter is?
Yeah.
Huh? You guys know who John Lasseter is? John Lasseter is like Mr. Pixar. He's Mr. Toy Story. He's Mr. Disney. He's as high as you can get in the animation world. And he's in the elevator right next to you. Can you ever be in any better situation to have an elevator pitch ready to throw at this guy? There's no better situation in the world to be in that elevator with that guy. And if you have thought about this every single day, every single night, that's your elevator pitch. I would say 30 seconds. If you can kind of condense something into 30 seconds of who are you, what you do, and what you have to offer, that will go huge in the way of networking. That will be huge. That will be better than any resume you'll ever write. That will be better than any cover letter you ever write, because networking nowadays, according to those numbers, is the #1 way people get jobs. And that's if you're going to be standing in the back of someone at Starbucks, sitting next to someone on an airplane, in the bank, you never know. And so that's going to be your resume coming out of your mouth. 30 seconds. Who are you, what you do, and what you have to offer. Okay? Huge. Any questions on networking?
Can you give me an example that the 30 seconds why you should say example?
Can you think of anything? I kind of
Example of an elevator pitch?
Yeah, it's just.
Okay.
I think go ahead. You want to try it?
Sure. Hi, my name is Raghu. I'm a screenwriter and I work at this department. I loved your movie, whatever. I had this idea for a film about a young boy who's afraid of the dark and has blah, 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 blah. And, and you continue a little more. What do you think?
Something
That's
simple as that. I actually have one here. I think that I can.
That's good.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I can tell you've been thinking about that for a while, right?
We have to practice it
You gotta
in our
practice it.
screenwriting class. We present log lines of stories every other week, so yeah. You have to
It's
practice
huge.
it.
It's huge. Here goes one. Okay, I'm a creative freelance PR advertising professional. I'm able to benefit a company through my extensive network of press contacts, 3 years of copywriting experience, and I have successfully able to pitch stories to the news media. Just something quick like that. Who are you? Creative freelance PR advertising professional. Who are you? What do you do? 3 years of copywriting experience, and what do you have to offer? Successfully pitch compelling stories to media. Who are you? What do you do? And what do you have to offer? Think about that going forward, guys. All right, so that's kind of I am rambling here quickly. I think we'll get through all 10. Okay, so number 3 is, again, I talked about networking, but still I want you to use the internet to do the work for you, okay? You still got to use the internet to do the work for you. So there's a lot of job boards out there. There's a lot of online postings, and so you can set these things up where they can email you jobs that meet your requirement. You can set up, like go to monster.com or Career Builder, and you can put in job alerts, which means I'm looking for a job in San Francisco paying between $60,000 and $80,000 a year, or whatever requirements, Put 0 to $50,000, with these types of skills. So you can put those requirements into these online job boards, and whenever a posting is listed on there that fits those requirements, they email them to you. So you don't even have to do any work. Just go in there one time, set up your job alerts, and have these job boards email you, okay? It's really important, okay? So even though I say networking is the important thing, there's still people that are posting on the internet, but have the internet work for you. Set up your job posting so they work for you, okay? If there's any particular organizations or companies that you want to work for, take a look at their website. Use the internet, go on their websites, and figure out everything there is to know about these companies, because nowadays companies put everything on their website. So you can figure out who the departments are. Sometimes they have hiring managers, job openings. Check, make a list of the top 10 companies you want to work for, and just research the heck out of those companies. Okay? I call that forensic research. Highlight the keywords, the key skills, and then you go back and you take your resume and you make sure that your resume has those keywords and key skills in there. I can't tell you how important this is, because I've talked to recruiters and people. They say, your students, I take all this time to write a job description that says I'm looking for skill A, skill B, and skill C, and your students are sending me resumes that have, and I have skill X, Y, and Z, right? They're asking for A, B, and C, and I'm giving them the same resume with X, Y, and Z. Just make sure your resume, just like a mirror, directly reflects that job description, right? Directly reflects everything in that job description. Because nowadays all resumes go through something called an applicant tracking system. I'm serious. It's a software program. It's a software program that people don't even, sometimes your resumes never get seen by a human being. You send a resume in that has skill X, Y, Z that doesn't, and this software system is scanning for those keywords. If it doesn't have those keywords, that your resume goes directly into another file that shoots out a form letter back to you that says, thank you for your resume, your application. We will keep it on file. Okay? Thank you for applying. We'll keep it on file. Never gets seen by anyone because you didn't take time to make those keywords in there. So you've got to get by that first obstacle. So I'm telling you guys that this is not a legal document. This is the resume. It's a marketing tool. Make sure that you get all the keywords in there. Okay? You got to get by that first. You got to get by that first obstacle, right? Serious. Can't stress enough. So target marketing. You got to make sure that your resumes, and when you apply for places, when they want to see a portfolio of work, they want to see your work. Make sure that your work in that portfolio is in the style and brand and flavor of that company. All right? I've, again, seen a lot of students. You guys know what the company called Blizzard Entertainment? They've got a certain style. Everyone knows about a certain style of Blizzard. I've seen illustration animation students who want to work at Disney and have that style send their portfolio with all these Disney style to Blizzard, and Blizzard is saying, what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? So whenever you're looking for the company that you want to work for, if they're asking for work, take a look, understand what they're looking for, their brand, their style, and then go back at your portfolio and only give them stuff that you think is going to fit. Okay? And only give them your best stuff. Everyone needs an online presence. How many people have a website? Good. Before you graduate from here, make sure that you have a website. Your first name, last name.com. That's probably the best way. You know, I really encourage everyone, you know, even with emails and stuff. There goes another sidebar. I've seen too many great students who send resumes out, email companies, but their emails have nothing to do with their name. Okay? So if a company's looking at a number of different applications and they see, you know, an email that has nothing to do with their name, there's no way that they can go back and search for in their database for that email or for that application, because if the name is not in there, it's like, okay, crazyart123@gmail.com. Now, crazyart123@gmail.com could be Ken Smith, and Ken Smith may be the best person that applied. There's no way sometimes that they can connect Ken Smith with crazyart123. So just as a caution, if you can get an email that has kensmith@gmail.com, that's probably the best way, the safest way. Online presence. Everybody needs a website going forward. Everybody needs a place where people can go quickly to see your material. Okay? Nowadays, people are using things like Google. I mean, not Google, but YouTube. You know, sometimes you create a presence on YouTube, right? I have a friend who started, just did one course on YouTube teaching, you know, basic guitar lessons on YouTube. Just one YouTube video. People liked it, started requesting it. Now he's got a whole series of basic guitar workshops on YouTube, and when you go into Google and say online guitar workshops, his website comes up as one of the first 5. Okay? Well, who owns YouTube? Google, okay? So make a connection there, you know. Create some sort of an online presence, you know, a professional online presence for yourself. A lot of people like to start a blog. You know, a blog is something where you start a conversation and it creates the feeling that you're an expert in the field because you're thinking about it, you're writing about it, you're asking people to comment. Start a blog. You know, create some sort of an online presence for yourself. Some people and create a consistent look and feel to your stuff. So, you know, when people see you online, they say, oh yeah, that's that photographer who likes to take those pictures of those types of buildings, you know. And so, and your blog will come up and people will see what you write about yourself and comment. It's just kind of a easy way. I mean, it's a better way to create an online presence. How many people know what these are?
Take a picture of them and they
Huh?
go someplace.
Yes, QR codes. QR codes. I'm just putting that up there now because it's going to be it's coming. These are things that you can get. You can scan these QR codes and you can find out anything you want to know about websites, about people. So I'm getting a lot of companies now that are sending me material about advertisements, and they're sending me QR codes. I didn't even know what this was until someone said, well, what you've got to do, you've got to take your cell phone and you just scan it, and then scan it for like 3 seconds. All of a sudden, this whole website pops up, or job postings pop up. Yeah, and you got that face like, whoa, what's this all about?
You just hold your phone up.
Yeah, you got to download an app. And the apps are free. It's called QR codes.
If you walk down New Montgomery,
You will
the
see them everywhere.
storefronts.
You'll see them everywhere.
Yeah.
On the movies, I get my PG&E, my electrical bills. They're on the envelopes. All I'm saying is you're going to start seeing them everywhere. 96% of the departments say we're on LinkedIn looking for talent, which means if they find someone they like, they are going to create that job, or they're going to fill that unadvertised job. So, saying that, you've got to get a profile on LinkedIn. There's going to be a whole other workshop just on how to basically utilize LinkedIn. You know, there's going to be a whole workshop on that, because social media, they say now, is going to be it's the next industrial revolution. It's Web 2.0, which means the more people use it, the bigger, the better, the richer it gets. Before it used to be just one person talking to one website, but now it's you talking to millions of people, and millions of people are talking back to you. That's social media. So I'm really a big proponent of LinkedIn. I'm not as big a proponent of Facebook. Okay? Facebook is, you can have a personal Facebook for your personal stuff, but I say business-wise, make sure LinkedIn is your business profile. Having said that, if you have a Facebook page, go back and take a look at it. Because every time you're in the top 5 of candidates for a particular job, the first thing employers do, the very first thing they do, is Google your name. So if your Facebook page comes up, and if you got some stuff on your Facebook page that kind of shaky or shady, you basically just torpedoed your job. Make sure your Facebook page is, you know.
Do they want, like, is there any positive that can come from it? Like, should you have it just set to private, or?
That's what I would recommend.
Yeah.
I would set it to private, or set as many kind of security stuff on there as you can. Some people set up just a one-page professional Facebook page. Just a one-page professional Facebook page that you make public.
Yeah, Facebook will let you do something like that.
Yeah.
But you have to personally contact them, and there's a lot of red tape with it.
I'm not sure how you do it, but I'm just warning everyone that the first thing employers do is Google your name. So you got to make sure that whatever comes up, whether it's Facebook, whether, I'm not sure if people use MySpace anymore, but whatever comes up is consistent, has a consistent look and feel, and is professional. It is huge. Okay? So maintain your presence, but use social media, specifically LinkedIn. It's important. I'm telling you, it's important. It's huge. All right. The 7th one, and I'm sure a lot of you probably already know this, to get that dream job, the best way nowadays is through an internship. Right? That's probably the best way, you know. Again, I mentioned about a lot of these jobs now are unadvertised jobs. You know, companies aren't really putting job positions out there. But what they're doing nowadays is they're now opening up a lot of internships. Because all an internship now is, that's just a 3-month job interview. That's all it is. There's no ties attached. There's no, there's no skin in the game for the employer. He could let you go, in one day. Okay, internship's over. See you later. There's no legal paperwork. So this is the way they're finding their employees as well. We'll give you an internship. We'll keep an eye on you. We're going to check everything you do. You work out, you got a job. Volunteer. So, okay, go out and document hunger in San Francisco. He went out and created the most incredible expose of hunger in San Francisco that made it onto their website, So that was huge for this photography guy. They actually hired him full time, okay, in their marketing department. So sometimes you got to give it away to get paid eventually. All right? Number 9. Now I'm getting kind of esoterical here, okay? You got to stay upbeat. It's a long haul to get a job, guys. At the beginning of the day, we talked about diligence, perseverance, sacrifice. You got to stay upbeat. You got to stay with it. Getting a job is a full-time job. It really is, guys. It's a full-time job nowadays, and so you just got to stay upbeat about it. I mean, you got to, first of all, stay healthy. Get healthy, stay healthy. It's the best way to get that job. As you walk in there, you're confident, you look good, you feel good, and you're confident about yourself. So just stay upbeat, stay healthy, which means sometimes you got to get out, turn off the computer, walk out of the door, take a walk, do something fun, stay upbeat. I want you guys to say yes. So the 10th one is just say yes. Okay? To any types of opportunities that come along.